Hello, hello. Just check all the angles, make sure we're good to go. Welcome to my personal online yoga studio. Your personal online yoga studio. So, get your spot, get your mat. And I am Kate Fauci. I'm the owner of Eclectic Kate LLC, a 200-hour registered yoga teacher. I am a certified Hoop Yogini instructor. I am a certified Usui and Kundalini Reiki master and practitioner, published author, all kinds of good stuff. But I'm here today to share yoga with you. Yoga can be beneficial in so many ways. And instead of listing all the ways that it's beneficial, let's hop into a practice and see what you discover for yourself. Safety statement, always moving with respect to your body, listening to me second and your body first. So if there's any sense of danger or discomfort, make the proper adjustments or take a rest in easy seated pose or a child's pose. And when you feel like you're ready to rejoin the practice, jump back in. And remember that if you do decide to take a rest with a sense of ownership, not a sense of defeat. It is in rest that we cultivate the strength to shine again. So today's practice, I'm kind of excited because I just redid the flooring in this room. And so it's really, it has brought some new life into here. And so this is the very first practice that I have done in this newly refurbished room in new energy. So I'm really looking forward to sharing this practice with you so that we can infuse this space with all kinds of yummy yoga vibes. So today's practice will be a beginner to an intermediate practice. We will get a little bit of heat generated, but we're also going to take it really gentle and easy so that we give our body a chance to stretch, relax, give ourselves some space to breathe, and come into our center, ground a little bit so that we can step off of the mat and into the rest of our day with a newfound sense of rejuvenation. So bringing yourself into an easy seated position. I always like to grab a pillow and sit on it because A, I have a bony butt, and B, my pelvis tilts back a little bit and I want it to tilt forward a little bit. So I do want my knees kind of below pelvis. And that gives me an opportunity to sit up straight, align the spine. So as you're coming into seated and you're coming into your practice today, I invite you to just take a couple of clearing breaths. So wherever this practice finds you today, just take a couple of breaths to bring yourself into this present moment, on to your mat, into the center of your personal universe, into the heart of your practice. Breathing nice and big inhale. Exhale out the mouth. You'll notice some kind of swing side to side. That's just what feels good to get myself settled in today. So as you're feeling those requests from your body, you can oblige. And as you're breathing, bringing yourself into the present moment, into more of an awareness in the present moment here, exhaling out the mouth, pushing all of the to-do lists, the worries, everything, push it out to the outsides of your mat, maybe even outside the door with that exhale so that you can deepen into your presence in your practice. Now that you've taken a couple of clearing breaths, see if you can feel both seat, just your seat bone. Like both cheeks are really planted. The legs are relaxed. Nice, long, slow, even inhales and exhales. Maybe a clear of the throat chakra. Noticing now how your spine is aligned. Is it in a nice straight line from crown to tailbone? Maybe you can roll the shoulders up towards the ears and relax them down the back. Bringing that awareness now up into your head. See if your chin is parallel with the earth. The ears are in the same plane as the shoulders. That heart is in about the same plane as your pelvis or your sacral chakra. We're just breathing. Just breathing. We're becoming aware in our bodies. Creating a more clear channel for breath and new energy to be inhaled in, and tension, stress, blockage, exhaled out. As you're exhaling, maybe exhaling down and out into the earth. Play with the idea of exhaling into correction, exhaling into relaxation so that your body can relax into correction. Audible exhales as you feel a little more sense of stillness and peace as we've been breathing. Seated. Start to take your head around in a circle. Take it in those crown circles. If going all the way around is too much or is not in your range of motion, you can go shoulder to shoulder, ear to ear. So whatever works for you. If you're going all the way around, just take one direction. And then take it in the other direction. Noticing where there might be some tension, you can breathe into it, keeping the spine straight, even though you're taking that head around. Roll the shoulders a little bit, sway the spine side to side. Reach the arms up, roll the wrists around, and then just, create that space, that bubble for your practice. And again, inhale the arms up overhead. And just roll the hands down and around, just creating this bubble, or sometimes maybe this is what I call, or what we call an aura fluff or raking. Aura fluff and hoop yogini, raking and Reiki, just raking away the heavy energy. Again, inhale the arms up. And then if it feels good to rake and push away, feels good to roll the hands down eloquently. That is a new word, eloquently. It is a mix between elegant and eloquent. I make up my own words, that's what happens. Okay, so now that we're kind of like more settled into the space and into our practice, inhale the arms up. Reach up, notice the alignment through the spine, and notice if your legs tensed up. See if you can relax the legs, and then interlock the fingers, push the hands up towards the sky. The triceps are kind of in line with the ears, but the shoulders are relaxed. And then leaning on over to one side. Doesn't matter what side, because we're gonna do the other one. Oh no, walk out of here lopsided. Breathe into this open stretch. Notice how that kind of gives you a lift in the cheek, but make sure that your cheek is still intact with the earth. Inhale up, exhale over to the other side. Noticing maybe how this side is different, not better or worse. Also noticing if you can kind of bring that right shoulder back. You want to be leaning over like that and stay open, open, and that length through the spine. Inhale up, exhale to the other side. Inhale up, keep those legs relaxed. Exhale to the other side. Inhale up, and as you exhale, bring the arms down into cactus arms. Just squeezing the shoulder blades back towards each other just a little bit. Those triceps are parallel with the earth. Breathing, feeling this activation, noticing if the legs tensed up, relax them, relax them. Nice big inhale. Exhale, now inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, pull them back down into cactus. Inhale up. Really engage the arm muscles here. There's an opportunity to really engage them, squeeze them down, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. One more time, inhale up. And exhale, yes. Okay, bring the arms down to rest on the earth. Slide the right arm out until you feel a stretch in the side body. Reach that arm up towards the sky. Lean into the palm, looking at the arm, and then turn your head so that way you can kind of rest the arm on the ear if that's available to you. Just really opening the side body some more. Noticing again the legs, are they tense? Is your cheek lifted? Can you relax through the lower body as you stretch out your side body? Again, staying open, not leaning over the lower body. Inhale, that arm up, bring it down to the earth, slide it on out. And then again, just tracing that hand up the side body so you can feel the stretch as you reach up towards the sky. Pause here for a minute. Notice if maybe there's a little bit too much pull. Walk your fingers back a little bit if you need to. You can always adjust. Once you get into a pose, go ahead and lean your arm over. Once you get into a pose, if you notice, oh, that's too far, you're not married to that position. You can change. You can listen to your body and make the proper adjustments. One more time with the inhale, nice and open through the side body, open through the chest. Then inhale that arm up, hands come down to the sides. Take that, whatever leg is front. So we're gonna go into what's called a seated square or deer pose. This reminds me of how we used to sit as cheerleaders. So keep one shin parallel with the front of your mat and bring the inside of the other knee out to the side. So as you can see, I'm kind of making a square, or what you call that. Notice how when you adjust this, you start to kind of lean to the left. You want to adjust your ankles so that you have a little bit of the lean so you can get the stretch, but you're not too leaned over where your cheek is lifted. So there, again, there's still contact with that meat in your feet, but you are feeling a little bit lifted in the hip. This is a beautiful hip opener. You're probably feeling it. Take a couple of deep breaths into the pelvis. One more big breath in and out the mouth. Awesome. Take that side knee, that side leg, and send it out straight so that you're in like a wide-legged half butterfly, I guess you could say. So that foot is in the inside of your thigh, the leg is long, you can see. So we're gonna inhale the arms up, turn towards that knee that's long. and fold over the leg. If you notice that there's a pulling in the back of your knees, make sure to bring a little gentle micro bend into the knees. So you have a nice stretch in the calves, nice stretch in like the hamstrings, but you never want to have a stretch directly in the back of the knees. That's like stretching out a rubber band too many times. It's not going to stretch back. Then you have problems. So we always want to be cautious of those things. Go ahead and inhale up, turn towards center. Exhale the arms down. Ooh, the heat is on in here. And it blows hot air and it's dry. Okay, good, the bed's closed. Okay, so from here, we're gonna take it over to the other side of deer. So take that opposite leg and bring that shin parallel to the front of the mat, and then take that opposite leg. So just switch sides. I'm not saying right or left because I feel like sometimes that's more confusing than just saying switch legs. So as you can see, my front leg is parallel with the front of the mat. I have checked now to adjust my ankle and where that's seated. So that way I have a little bit of a lean and stretch, but I'm not fully lifted off of the cheek. And then finding that alignment in the spine, noticing how this side might be different. Again, not better or worse, just different. Breathe into the pelvic bowl, out through the mouth. Beautiful. So send that outside leg long. That inside foot comes to the inside of the leg, and then we'll do that forward half butterfly seated forward fold. I'm sure that there's a yoga term that I'm totally spacing out. Inhale the arms up, turn over towards the left leg, and then fold over that leg. Again, breathing, noticing if there's any kind of pull in the back of the knee and adjusting. And you know, if you're only going down about here, that's okay too. Wherever you're at in your practice, give yourself credit for showing up. And know that if you continue to show up for your practice, go ahead and inhale up. You continue to show up for your practice, you'll continue to see progress. Practice makes progress, right? We're looking for progress, not perfection. Send this inside leg nice and long. Big old wide, seated forward fold. Walk your hands down the middle. Oh yes, feel the opening in that pelvic bowl, and let's breathe right into that. So as you're breathing, breathe into that sacral chakra over your pelvic bowl. Notice again, if you have a little bit of pulling in the back of the knees, to bring a little bend. And let's breathe. Nice big breath in through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Keep going in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Noticing if your body gives you an invitation to relax deeper into the pose. Take it in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Use your hands to walk yourself back up to center. And send the legs long in front of you. We're headed for a seated forward fold. So your legs are long. Again, always protecting and loving on those knees. Inhale the arms up. Stretch up, reach up, elongate that spine before you hinge at the waist. And gently fold to whatever degree of your comfort is in your practice tonight. Sometimes in my practice, I can go down really deep, but today it's not quite as deep, and I honor that. Part of the practice is just honoring where you're at in the present moment, not judging yourself for not being able to touch your toes or not being able to fluidly go from down dog to forward fold. You know, those things don't matter. What matters is that you're here and you're breathing and you're doing something good for yourself. You're following an impulse to be well by coming into this space. Breathe into that acknowledgement. Inhale the arms up overhead, and then bring them down to the sides. Let's do a nice little twisty twist before we move on. Draw the right leg up to the inside of the left leg, and then take that right foot and plant it on the outside of the left knee. Now, as you notice, when I did that, my back kind of bowed out, and we don't want that. So if your back didn't bow out, awesome, find your alignment in your spine. But for those of you who maybe felt that bow, tighten your hands and pull your hips back underneath your heart. You see how that changed my spinal alignment? It's awesome. I love that little trick. I tell it every time I do this pose. Take your right hand and bring it behind in line with your spine. Touch your fingers or press your palms down, whatever works. Maybe a block underneath might help. And then hook that left elbow on the outside of the right knee and kind of push into the twist, just to the degree of comfort and mobility that you have in your practice right now. Looking over the right shoulder, breathing into the spine and exhaling into release and relaxation. Twisting is so nourishing for the spine and the digestive system. So take another breath, honoring these systems that honor us. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling, and then inhale back to center. Exhale that little right leg long, and then draw the left leg up. So setting up on the other side for, this is called Lord of the Fishes. The left foot now comes to the outside of the right knee. That left hand travels behind. The right elbow hooks. And then pushing into that to the degree of your comfort, looking over the left shoulder and breathe. Take an inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. And then inhaling back to center. And exhaling that leg long. All right. Transitioning to a child's pose. Big toes touch, knees go wide. Or if this isn't available to you, you can always have your knees closed. Child's pose, again, is one of those ones that the more and more you visit it, the more and more you'll find ease and mobility within the pose. And this is a beautiful pose to open up the whole back body. It also helps your body to relax. All of your vital organs are protected. And so your body can sense that and can relax a little bit more. So breathe into your child's pose. Breathe into the earth and inhale the nourishment that the earth provides for us every day. One more breath. And as you're exhaling, lift yourself up to a tabletop position. Tabletop position is a hands and knees position. Your wrists underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Tops of your feet are planted into the mat. Do a little hair flip if you're feeling sassy. We don't get too serious in Kate classes, okay? Well, maybe sometimes you do, but we gotta have a little fun too. So in your tabletop position, just feeling the points that are connecting and creating a foundation underneath you. Relax just a little bit. And then as you inhale, let the belly drop towards the mat and let the crown and the tailbone draw towards each other as you look up towards the ceiling. You don't necessarily have to crank the neck back, just the intention. And then as you're exhaling, release that, draw the navel up towards the spine, draw the crown and the tailbone towards each other in the other direction. So as you're inhaling, you're taking your cow. As you're exhaling, you're taking your cat, and you're finding your rhythm. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Coming back into the neutral tabletop. Planting the hands, planting the knees, just planting into that foundation again, and then lengthening that right leg. Nice and long, okay? You don't want to go extend up too far. You want it parallel with the earth. You want that toe pointed. You want the hips square with the earth. You want the spine neutral. So if you're looking up or looking to the side, find a space right in the center of your mat. And look at that so that your spine can be straight, and just feel that activation through the leg as you point the toe. And then you're going to shift a little bit of weight into the right hand, a little bit more into the left knee, and then you're going to lengthen that left arm long. So opposite arm and opposite leg are elongated. You are equally distributing your weight in between the hand and the foot that are touching the earth, creating a foundation. You're feeling this activation, but you're breathing through it. Your mind's going to come in when it starts to get hard. Breathe. Breathe that mind chatter out. Nice big inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hand and the knee down. Shake it out. And then twist this wrist, that right wrist that was just supporting you, twist it around, roll it around, give it a little bit of love. Be like, thank you so much for supporting me, wrist. You do a lot for me. And it might sound silly to talk to your body parts, but really, it's a good thing. Honor yourself. Like Martha Stewart used to say, it's a good thing. Anyways, let's do the other side now that we've taken a little break. So recenter, refocus into your foundation. Lengthen that left leg long, and notice how if you lean to the side, see if you can bring yourself back into center. Beautiful. All right, shift that weight a little bit onto the left hand so you can take that right arm long. Again, really rooting into the foundation equally, really squeezing and sending all the energy out your fingers and your toes. Don't overextend parallel to the earth, or, if you're not quite to your mobility range of being parallel, a little bit lower, that's okay too. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold it here. Feel that strength, feel that activation, and quiet the mind chatter with that breath. And then exhale, bring it back down into tabletop. Go ahead and roll that wrist around a little bit. Beautiful. Okay, so from tabletop, let's go ahead and walk the hands a little bit further away from the knees. Plant your hands really nice and firmly. Push into the palms, maybe creating a little bit of a suction in the middle of the palms there, a little bit of raisedness. So you dig the fingertips in, tuck the toes under, and then send the hips up and back as you straighten your legs into down dog. Once you get to down dog, go ahead and adjust how you need to. You should have an intention at least of having the heels touch the earth. My heels used to be up this far. So as you can see, practice makes progress. I got really excited the day that my heels got real close like this to the earth. So find your down dog for today. Feel that activation through the back body. The ears are in line with the triceps. The hips are up towards the sky. Your feet are about hip width distance apart. You don't want them much wider or much closer together. If you're finding you're having issues, maybe try walking the feet a little bit closer to the hands or further away. Find that spot that you're like, oh, yeah, okay, this is down dog. This is my down dog. Taking an inhale. As you exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Take as many steps as you need to until you find your forward fold. Breathe into this forward fold for a minute. We just did a little bit of activating work.
So give your body, mind, and soul a minute to catch up with each other. As you're breathing in this forward fold, if it feels good to pedal the legs or sway side to side. Oh, yes. Yes. One more big breath in. I should have been at the front of my mat. There we go. There we go. So if you aren't towards the front of your mat, you probably want to get to the front of your mat. And as we root to rise, you're going to push down through your feet to roll up. Really bring a generous bend into the knees so that maybe your chest is even touching your thighs. And then, like I said, pushing down through the feet to lift up. Feel that strength and that fortitude from the earth come rolling up those legs, up into the spine as you elongate and extend the arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring yourself down into forward fold. Beautiful. Do it again. This time, take it slower because I don't know that you went slow enough. Let's enjoy the journey. Nice, generous bend in the knees, pushing down through the feet to lift up, really drawing up that earth energy, that strength, much like roots of a tree do. Drawing it up the spine, drawing it up the body, and opening up, reaching the arms up overhead. And then bringing the arms down to the side so that you are standing. Stand in Tadasana, so it's just a simple mountain pose. The shoulders are back, the knees are slightly bent, the hips are tucked under. This is much like the centered pose in Yogini. So anyways, posture of present moment awareness. Coming into a new perspective as we are standing. You ready to rock and roll? I am. Let's move. Nice big inhale all the way up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then as you exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back into plank. From your plank, and your plank too, if you need to have your knees down, totally cool. Just try and keep your spine straight, okay? And the people who are holding plank right now are like, geez, Kate, let's go. All right, tuck the elbows in, lower down. Untuck the toes. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders and push up through the arms so that you can bring yourself into an up dog. If you have lower back issues, or up dog is really difficult for you, it feels not good, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Relax your bum and just give yourself a mini back bend in Sphinx. So that's always an option when you're doing yoga. If up dog is not available for you, if it doesn't feel right, you can always try Sphinx. Anyways, I like up dog. That's what I'm doing in my practice tonight. Wherever you're at, go ahead and tuck the toes under. Exhale into your down dog. Hips go up towards the sky. Finding that firm foundation. Breathing 5 good breaths. That's the first one. One more time. Yes. Let's roll. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, walk the feet to the hands and the hands to the feet towards the front of your mat. Find your forward fold. Root down through the feet, generous bend, pushing down to lift all the way up. Root to rise, lifting the arms up overhead. And then exhaling back down into your forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Find your plank. Down on the knees or fully extended, wherever you are. Have the hands underneath the shoulders. Squeeze those booty cheeks. Glutes and quads and abs are engaged. Breathe here for a moment. Feel the strength in your back, and then keep those elbows close to your body as you lower down, chaturanga all the way down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Find whatever back bend, up dog or sphinx. Tuck the toes, return to down dog. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. That's the song that's going through my head right now, guys. It's really annoying. Nice big inhale and exhale. One more time here in down dog. Keep her moving. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet towards your hands to the front of your mat. Find yourself in a forward fold. Make fists with your hands. Put your thumbs next to each other so that your fists are right next to each other. And put that in between your feet just to make sure you got enough room. This time as we root to rise, we're going right into chair. So bring a generous bend in the knees, root to rise from that firm foundation. Inhale the arms all the way up. And then you're gonna sit down in your chair. The arms are still raised up overhead. And as you're sitting in your chair, you want that alignment in the spine. You want the weight going into the heels and your booty. You can have the shoulders relaxed. The pinkies are semi-turned in towards each other. Or if that's a lot, especially if you have lower back issues, you can always bring your hands to your heart. This is a really activating pose. You'll already notice that blood's starting to pump. You're like, holy crap, how long are we gonna hold this? Nice big inhale. As you exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back to that plank. Find your hands underneath your shoulders so that you can lower down with those elbows close to your body. Untuck the toes. Push up to your up dog. Tuck the toes. Push up the hips. Straighten the legs. Find your down dog. From this down dog, we're going to do a three-legged dog. So take your right toe and draw a rainbow from the floor up to the ceiling so that the knee is still facing the ground. Nice three-legged dog with that right leg, and then swing that right leg through. Or if you need to put it down and step it forward, it's okay too. Bring that foot frame the hands are framing the foot. Left toes turn out. So we're setting up for warrior one. Nice generous bend in that right leg in the front. Pushing the weight into that back edge of the foot. And then pushing down through the feet to lift up the arms. Warrior one. Sinking down into that lunge. Woo! Yeah, my body was like, hey, we working. How you doing? I'm sure you're doing great. All right, nice big inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands down again to frame the feet. Turn those back toes in. Plant those hands a little bit more so that you can bring that right foot back. So you're in plank again. Keep breathing. Lower it down. Find that vinyasa from your back bend to your down dog. Yes. Woo, woo. Oh, here we go. Woo, woo. Yoga booty. Woo, woo. Yoga booty. So we're earning our yoga booties today. All right, so here we are back in down dog. Take a big breath. Exhale. And now take that left toe and draw your rainbow up for your three-legged dog on the other side. See if you can keep that right heel planted a little bit. You have a tendency to want to go up like this. Bring her down. Stay square with the earth and then swing that left leg through to plant in between the hands. Turn the right toes out. Left leg has a nice generous bend. You might have to shimmy those toes forward. Find your proper adjustments. So you're in that beautiful warrior one lunge on the other side. And then inhale the arms up. Notice how this side might be different. Relax the shoulders. Pinkies a little bit turned in towards each other. Not so the palms go backwards, just so that you can relax a little bit in the shoulders. How you doing? Keep going, keep breathing. Sink down into that a little bit more. Nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the hands down to frame the feet, turn the toes in, plant those hands, send the left foot back, keep it moving with that breath, find that plank, and then exhale, lower down, untuck the toes, find your up dog, keep it moving, you're doing great. We'll get a break in a second. And then tuck the toes, push the hips up and back into down dog. Oh yeah. Breathe, right? Keep breathing. If you lost track of that breath as your body started to move and work, and your blood started to pump and your muscles started to do its thing, we can lose our breath sometimes. And that's okay. But huge part of yoga is that breath. So we always want to come back to that breath. And that can translate outside, off the mat. You always come back to your breath. Find that center. You'll find that strength and cultivate that strength to shine again, right? Because when we surrender, when we decide to rest with a sense of ownership, we give ourselves a chance to gather more strength, call more of our power back. Keep breathing in your down dog. All right, take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, walk the feet to the hands and do a forward fold. Breathe in your forward fold. Deepening back into that breath awareness. And then push down through the feet to lift up, root to rise. Oh, all right, let's do a little bit of balance. Let's do, you know what? Let's do warrior three. Let's do a little vinyasa here. So I want you to start up at the top of your mat. I want you to take a nice big inhale all the way up. And then exhale, forward fold. Plant the fingertips, plant the left foot so you can step the right foot back and turn the toes out. Okay, so we're just setting up for warrior one here. So we're gonna go from warrior one to warrior two, back to warrior one, and then we're gonna do warrior three. So this is really gonna get the blood pumping, and this is really gonna ask you to breathe. It's gonna ask you to focus on the breath and the movement and quiet any doubt. All right, so we have our foundation set up for warrior one. That front leg is bent, that back leg is nice and straight, pushing the weight into the outside of the foot. Inhaling the arm up, both arms up, excuse me. Sinking down into your warrior. Taking a nice big inhale, relaxing the shoulders on the exhale. And taking an inhale. As you exhale, open the arms up into a T, open the chest, keep your gaze over your left hand. This is warrior two. Taking a breath here, feeling that activation in your lower body. Keeping the shoulders relaxed with the chest open and the spine long. Nice big inhale. Turn the palm up. Let's do a peaceful warrior, letting the right hand slide down the thighs, left hand floats up towards the sky. Peaceful warrior. As you exhale, bring that palm back towards the earth and bring yourself back to warrior two, those open arms, that T, looking over the front hand. And then inhaling, as you exhale, swing that right arm around so that you can return to that warrior one. Turn the back toes in and see if you can explode out of that back foot. So nice big inhale, exhale, and then as you inhale, step up. All right. From here, you're now raised up, stretched out, Raise up that right leg, root into the left leg, and then send that right leg back and out parallel to the earth as you bring your whole upper body parallel to the earth, using that leg to support you. Warrior three. If it feels better to go out to the side or have your hands rested here, that can be an alternative. Rooting down into that foot, really lifting, extending through that back right leg. And I have to watch the recording so I can see what this looks like, because if I turn my head, I will lose my balance, because I found a drishti, a focal point, that can also be helpful in finding balance. Go ahead and bring that leg down. Shake it off. I don't want to Taylor Swift, by the way. Anyways, yes, take a little moment here. Like I said, that's an invigorating vinyasa. So give yourself a minute here. Take a breather, shake it out, take a drink if you got one. I'm gonna check our time. Beautiful. All right, let's do the other side. So I'm just going to turn the other way so you can see me. So we're starting at the front of the mat. We're going to inhale all the way up. As you exhale, forward fold. Plant those fingertips so that you can send the right leg back, right? Yeah, send the opposite leg back. Turn the right toes out. You guys, this is silly. This is why I never say right or left. So do your opposite leg. Set up for your warrior one on the other side. Push down through that back leg. Really deepen into that lunge. And then inhale up into your warrior one. Here's the other side. Can feel it. There we go. Oh yeah. See, my body was like, wait, you have to do the other side. And that's fine. I'm okay with this. It's not about perfection, right? So find that warrior one, root down into that warrior one on the correct side so you can make sure you're not lopsided. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, open up those arms into warrior two. Nice big inhale, opening that palm up and leaning it back for peaceful warrior. That left hand slides down the left leg. Right hand slides up towards the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, bring it back to warrior two. Nice and open, looking out over those front fingertips into your very bright future. And then inhale up to that warrior one. Turn those back toes in. Ooh, there's a little balance there for you. And then when you're ready, take a nice inhale so you can explode. Inhale, explode. Plant down into that right leg. This is where I have to turn around. Plant down into that right leg. And then send that left leg back so you can do your warrior three. Upper body is parallel with the floor. The arms are, triceps are parallel with the ears, or you can have your airplane arms, whatever works. Root down into that foot, that foundation. Extend your energy out the toe. Find that focal point. Keep the spine straight. Breathing. You must breathe. One more. Feel the heat. Oh, exhale. Great. Shake it. Awesome. One more little drinky drink and then start up at the front of your mat. Oh, yes. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to a nice forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, just the flat back. And then as you exhale, plant the fingertips, bring the knees down so you can go into tabletop. Yes. Take your hips and draw some figure eights. So this might feel weird, you might think it looks weird, but see if you can maybe close your eyes and in your mind's eye, drawing a figure eight. I always think about that Schoolhouse Rock video that they do about the infinity or the number eight. And I always think about that figure skater. I think it's the beginning and the end of the video. And she's figure skating in that circle of an eight to this really pretty little melody. I know I'm not the only one that remembers that. And of course, mentioning Schoolhouse Rock totally dates me, but I do not care because that was the kind of stuff. That was the stuff. Couple more, maybe see if you can like give yourself a little brain teaser and take it in the other direction. That always feels a little funky. And then relax yourself into child's pose. Breathing nice and big and deep. Feeling the equal amounts of effort and ease that were present in your practice. Maybe it was a little bit more effort than ease today, but that ease was found in the breath. Walk your hands up. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down. My nose itches, sorry guys. I should have tied my hair back. Okay. So we're laying onto our backs. Slowing and settling. Let the feet rest on the earth. Walk the heels a little bit further back towards the hips. We're going to do bridge. So then taking an inhale, pushing the hips up towards the sky, pushing down through the feet to lift up, engaging those glutes, even like squeezing them butt cheeks together. If your legs are opening up or swaying out, maybe imagining or actually putting a block in between there. And then interlocking the fingers underneath and taking the arms long. So resting the arms in, into the mat. And really pushing up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale. Release the grip. Lower down. Keep the feet planted on the mat. Just walk them a little bit further away. And then take your feet as wide as your mat. Walk your shoulder blades down a little bit. Open up the arms. And then let the knees fall to one side. Let the contact of the feet be on the sides. And then take it to the other side. Windshield wipers. Inhaling up to center. Exhaling as you twist. So good. Beautiful. Keep going. Let this kind of relax you into your positioning here on your back, this perspective. Awesome. Bring the knees up, readjust, and then hug the knees into the chest. Hug the knees into the chest, rock side to side. A couple of more good full deep breaths, and then sending the legs up. And I always like, again, with my hips and the way that I know my body, this actually feels a lot very supportive to have my hands underneath, like where my sacrum is at, where my lower back is, where that lower pelvis is. Just giving my hips a little tilt so that I can have my legs up the wall. Or if you actually have a wall, this is a really, really beautiful restorative position. If you were to put on maybe 2 to 3 songs and just lay there against the wall with your legs rested up the wall and breathe, it could change your whole entire trajectory for the day, for the week, maybe for the month, maybe even for the year. Who knows? You don't know until you try. But for now, we're just gonna use this as a little inversion, and always there's an availability. I'm nursing a shoulder issue right now, so I'm not actually gonna do it. But you can always do plow, which is bringing the whole upper body over. Yeah, that's not gonna work. But just make sure that you're not leaning on the back of your neck. Make sure you're using like your shoulders and that kind of thing. But again, it's just where I'm at in my practice today. I'm not able to take that plow because it really kills my shoulder. And I honor that. And that's okay. I'm working on getting that. I'm working on breathing that back into correction. One more breath here. And then exhaling, bringing the feet down to the mat again. We need to do a Supta Baddha Konasana. So draw the soles of the feet together. This is reclined butterfly. So this is just like if you were sitting up, only you're laying down. So the soles of the feet are drawn together. You can adjust, keeping some distance between the heels and the pelvis, or you can draw the heels closer if you're looking for more opening. Just know where you're at in your practice today and honor that. And then I really like to invite you to really open up the arms here as well. Walk the shoulders down so they're relaxed, but just open, have that intention of opening the heart, opening the breathing system, opening that chronic tube, opening to receive all of the abundance that the universe is sending to you. In order to receive, we have to be open, right? In order to fully give, we have to be able to fully receive. Receiving can be scary. Receiving can be vulnerable. But here, right now, in this practice, we're just taking the intention to receive the gift that we gave ourselves of a practice tonight. Send the legs long and the arms long. Stretching out. Nice big stretch. We're gonna relax into Shavasana. Walk the shoulders down the back. Relax the legs. And for this Shavasana, we're just gonna take a nice little body scan. We're gonna invite some energy of relaxation into our full body. So as you're laying here, start to breathe full inhales. Start to exhale fully past the point of empty. And as you're taking these breaths, see if you can imagine, imagine wherever you sense this. As you're breathing in this golden light of relaxation, or maybe you're standing under the waterfall, and each time you breathe in, you're breathing in relaxation into your fibers, into your being. You're welcoming the energy of relaxation. You're receiving. So as you're inhaling, inhale into the toes. Allow that energy of relaxation, that golden light, to fill up the toes. And each breath you take, you're filling up the toes into the feet until your full foot is full and relaxed. As you continue to breathe, you're breathing that golden relaxation up through the ankles. Breathing it up into the calves. It's like filling a pitcher. Feeling the sensations as your ankles fully relax, as your calves fully relax, as you start to melt into the mat. Keep breathing fully. Keep breathing in this energy of relaxation up through the calves, up and around the kneecaps, permeating each fiber, each cell, each tissue, each piece of muscle. As you're breathing, breathe that relaxation up into the thighs, into the thigh muscles and around the thighs. See it filling up the thighs as it fills the thighs and overflows into the pelvic bowl. Breathing in this energy of relaxation, filling your pelvic bowl full of relaxation, feeling the weightlessness that the energy of relaxation can bring. Or maybe you feel a heaviness. Maybe you feel like you're sinking into the support of the earth. Just be an observer of how this feels to welcome in relaxation through the breath. Breathing, filling the belly, filling the chest cavity with this golden light of relaxation. Letting it fill up to the heart and the shoulders. And trickling down into the fingertips, trickling down until it fills the hands. Filling the shoulders to all the arms, full, both arms full, melted into the mat. Keep breathing fully and deeply as you invite this relaxation into the throat chakra, up and around the jaw, letting the jaw relax. Letting the facial muscles relax. Letting the eyes relax into the sockets a little bit deeper. And letting that golden light of relaxation that you now inhaled and exhaled throughout your whole entire body. Letting it fill you up to the crown and melt you and relax you. Stay in this sensation, in this space for several breath cycles. I will call you back. On your next inhale, hold it at the top. Fill yourself with breath and hold it at the top. Exhale slowly out. Then start to bring in some motion to your fingertips and your toes. Start to stretch up with bigger movements until you can stretch your arms up overhead. Full body stretch. Bringing the right leg, right foot to the ground so that you can roll over safely to your side, onto your right side into this fetal position. Noticing how I'm holding my arms so that I can stimulate that vagus nerve, that connection between mind and body. It's really important.
Take a moment here in your breath to acknowledge yourself for showing up on the mat today. Good work. And as you're ready, coming up into your seated position, easy seated position to close out the practice. Take a moment here and take a breath. Notice, be the observer of how you feel right now in this moment. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Meet the hands in prayer and draw the hands down into heart center. Sealing in our practice this evening with love. Sending our efforts out into the world. One more time, inhaling with the arms up overhead. Exhaling it, bringing it down into heart center. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and nourished. May you love and be loved, and may you truly be happy. Namaste. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed it. I have that lovely, what I call like yoga stone, where you kind of get up and you're like, hey, what's up? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, if you want more of that, check out more of the videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you for showing up for yourself today and sharing my expression of the practice. And if you're looking for individual instruction, I have unique ways of sharing the practice that I would love to introduce to you. So may your practice bring you peace and may you share this peace with the world. Much love to you. Until next time.